code in Zig. Is it? I took like a quick glance at Advent of Code, and I wasn't sure if it's like worth doing. Should we speedrun today's thing? I looked at this and it's like, uh, should we do it? Let's just fucking do it. Let's just fucking do it. We can do this in like 10 minutes, I think. I think the first day is really easy. Oopsies. Oh, I want to do it from this environment. Me, I have work to do. We're not going to finish on time. Also, me, let's take a break. You should speedrun the first part every day. Okay. So, what we got here? Project management. Woohoo! This has given them the tools they need to prevent their usual Christmas emergency. For example, they now know that the North Pole decorations to be finished soon. Of course. Of course. They have a different emergency according to the research following. None of them have any time left to decorate the North Pole. To save by Christmas, the elves need you to finish decorating the North Pole. Click the stars by solving puzzles. 2 puzzles will be made available on each day. Second stars unlock before you complete the first. Bada bing, bada boom. You arrive at the secret entrance to the North Pole base, ready to start. Crazy. Password seems to have been changed, so you can't get in. Document taped to the wall hopefully explains due to new security protocols. It's locked in the safe below. Safe has a dial with only an arrow on it. On the dial are the numbers 0 through 99 in order. You turn the dial, it takes a small click noise as it reaches each number. Contains a sequence of rotations. A rotation starts with left or right, indicates whether or not the rotation should be left towards the center of the numbers or right towards higher numbers. Yeah, sure. Then the distance. Yep, so if the dial was pointing at 11, a rotation of R8 would cause the dial to point to 19. After that, a rotation of L19 would cause it to rotate to go back to 0. Sure. Yeah, so it's a fucking dial. You follow the instructions, but your recent required official North Pole secret entrance security training seminar taught you that the safe is actually a decoy. The actual password is the number of times the dial was left pointing at 0 after any rotation in the sequence. For example, rip this sequence, sometimes it's a 0, and then we count. And then we print out. Oh, I need to fucking log in? Am I already logged in? Oh, nice. Sick. So then I punch in my answer. Where is my puzzle input here? Alright. Save page as day 1 input. Alright. So it's literally just like day 1. We open up the input. I guess we don't have to close it. Why does it say 2 minutes of ads? Ads : D. Yeah, so people are quick to blame Twitch, and it is partially Twitch's fault. Partially. I will say I don't have to run 3 minutes of ads. But if I don't run 3 minutes of ads, then there are pre-rolls on my channel. And in my mind, pre-rolls are like the most frustrating fucking thing on Twitch. If I get a 3-minute ad break, I can go get a glass of water or go take a piss or whatever, right? I can go do something else for 3 minutes. But if I click on a stream and I get pre-rolls, and then I watch the pre-rolls, and then I decide that I don't want to watch that stream, and I click another stream, and it fucking hits me with pre-rolls again, I'm so fucking angry that I just close the website. Right? So, to me, I would rather have a 3-minute fuck you an hour than, like, because like, Twitch is like a live platform. Stream hopping is like a thing that you will do. And I want to make sure that anybody who might click on my stream doesn't immediately get pissed off, right? So I don't have to run the 3 minutes of ads, but I think that the stream is worse if I don't. I don't really care about the money, to be honest. Like, the money is like I get more from subs, I get more from YouTube. Like, it's literally just like I have to, or it sucks. Okay, reader with a buff of something. Maybe a bigger buff is better, I'm not really sure. You're describing the literal reason I say fuck Twitch. They know they're doing it and they still do it. The thing that also pisses me off is their reporting for if you watched the ads are broken, right? So what will happen is I will watch the same ad 4 times in a row across 4 streams. And it's just like, come on, like, show me a different ad at least. Like, or, like, at least, like, don't show me, if I got pre-rolls here, don't give me immediate pre-rolls on the next guy. Like, fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, it's so annoying. Read... Is there some sort of, like, is there not some sort of, like, take delimiter exclusive? We're looking for direction is line 0, and then amount is line 1 onwards parsed. Probably it's like 0 to 100, so U8 is fine. And we're parsing base 10, I think. And we switch on dir. And if it's L, we go left, so it's var count is starts at 50, I think they said, which is also a U8. And if it's L, we do a wrapping add. And is the amount limited? Like, can it be 3 digits? It can. They have like 350s in there. So we need to maybe be a little bit more graceful with this guy. And we want to do, maybe this is like an I16 so that we can go under and do the modulo later. Right? How does, I actually don't know what modulo does on negative numbers. Is that like fucking stupid? Should I know that? I feel like I should. Like if I'm like mod negative 10, 100, like does this give me 90 or 10? I should know this. I should know this. Compiler. Zig run day 1. Oops. Probably some tries around 90. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. So here I can just do count is equal to count mod count 100. And then if count is equal to 0, is equal to 0, pass plus equals 1 because we're trying to get some password. And then we print the password. Right? I think it's just this. And then this has to happen in a loop. And then there's some exit condition, which is, I guess this is going to return end of stream. If E is equal to error end of stream break. What's he pissed about? Probably passes it. These guys have to be out. Oopsies. Overflow? Oh, because this rotation can be way more than U8. Let's do a U15 so that the stuff works, and let's see if I got the number right. 1031. Easy. Easy! Should we try to do it fast? There's a part 2? Oh. Oh, fun. I knock, nobody answers. You build a snowman while you think. As you're rolling the snowballs for your snowman, you find another security document that you must have fallen into the snow. Do the nearest security protocols, please use password method this until further notice. You remember in your training that this means you're actually supposed to count the number of times any click causes the dial to point to 0, regardless of whether it happens during a rotation or at the end of one. Oh, okay, so it's like if we pass. So can we just check? Is there like a there's like a CPU flag that tells us there's I think that there's something that tells us if the mod fucking triggered, right? I mean, I guess you can just do like you can just do new count is mod count 100 if new count is not equal to count pass plus equals 1, and then here you do count equals new count, right? This is the trick. This is how you tell if it passed 0, I assume. Oh, but also if it stops at 0. So it's kind of like this, I think. It could trigger multiple times, no, but only once per rotation. Oh, yeah, you're right. You could, huh? Yeah, you're right. You're right. You could, because you can rotate the dial 300 times to the right or whatever. So it's not this simple. It's, you're trying to do like a div mod, I guess. So you're doing like, so if I'm at 55 and I'm going to like 365, I do, if I want to know how many times I pass 0, it's what? There's something about like, if this goes to like 301, I pass 0 at 100 and 200 and at 300. Okay. So I think that I take the direction and I first do something that's like this, right? Yeah. And then I count the last one afterwards. Is that stupid? That feels like it might work. I feel like we're doing like this surely can be expressed better. Can we use the example to make sure we get the right answer before running on the full thing? 8. Wrong. Wrong. I guess maybe, is it, I don't need that double check for the 0 because we're already checking that somewhere else. That might be implicitly handled by this. Maybe. I mean, we got the right answer. I don't know if it's like actually right. I guess we can just run on the fucking input and we'll see. Instead of thinking, what if we just don't think? What if we just don't think and guess and check? I'm a big fan of guessing and checking around here. Not the right answer. I'm not really that shocked. I'm not that shocked because I didn't really think it was that right. Okay. So what am I missing here? I guess we're like kind of assuming hold on. There's something here where if we go from 55 to 355, it's obvious that we pass it three times. That's obvious to me. What am I missing though in the way to easily express that? 55 plus 10 is 65. Did not pass 0. So why is it not just oh, is it this? Count pass plus equals new count over 100? Abs new count over 100? It like this feels like the right answer. Plus if it's negative, plus 1 if it's negative. But that like seems like a really stupid way to compute this. Dude, am I fucking brain dead? Like, you could do this, right? If count is greater than 0, we pass plus equals new count or count over 100. And then count is equal to count percent 100, right? Easy. If a count is less than 0, I guess this is probably greater than or equal to 0. Probably. Thinking. When we land on it, how does that count? When we land on it, how does that count? When we rotate... So, rotated right 60. So this does not increment it? Am I stupid? Starts at 50, rotated to point at 82, we pass 0 once. Left points at 52, right points at 0, points at 95. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not double counted. It's not double counted. Okay. I wonder if it makes sense to like, is the efficient solution to like behave differently if you're rotating right or left? It might be. It might be, because then you can leverage the fact that you know your pass condition, right? Like what I've been saying is definitely true for right? It's like, this is easy for right. Then for left, I think it's like 99 L2 passes. No, it doesn't. No, isn't. Am I crazy? Is no. Left goes towards 0. Right goes above 0. So 99 R2 goes to 1 and passes 0. 99 L2 drops by 2, goes to 97, does not pass 0. I'm pretty sure I'm right. So this is like plus 1 if it's negative. You know what I mean? It's like something like this. And I guess it's actually more like if count is less than 0, the plus, it's like this. So, or if we land on 0. If count is less than or equals 0, 1 else 0. Is this an efficient way of representing this? I feel like I'm missing. Counterclockwise is incrementing on padlock. It depends on the padlock, I think. Right? You have one where you have the numbers on the outside and a dial pointing at the numbers. Right? In which case, counter, like, this is like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like on a clock, right? You also have the other version where you have the pointer here and the numbers are on the spinner. You know what I mean? So here you have like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 inside. And so these are opposite directions. I've only ever seen the latter. I had this one in high school. So I know they exist. But I get what you're saying. I think this is right. I'm not quite happy with this. This turns into a div mod, I think, under the hood. The left looks fucking stupid. Maybe it's better to do it like this. Not sure. Oh my god. Can't do... Ooh, I'm actually not sure what happens here. I think I want div trunk. Hello, am I stupid? Oh, because pass is a U16? This is a safe cast. Fine. Yep. Still? Oh. God damn it. 8. Which is wrong. Which is wrong. Can we print the steps? Pass. Count. Instruction. Dude, I'm annoyed that this is taking me time. I'm annoyed. This should be fucking easy peasy. And I guess maybe we do it after. Okay, so starts at 50, 82, passed once, L30, 52, passed once, rotated R48 to point at 0, so that's 2, L5 to point at 95. Here we're incrementing when we shouldn't. Because we already counted this when we landed on it. Right, so it's like we're missing like a border condition, right? Where it's like if count started at 0, then this doesn't count, right? How silly. How silly. Is there a way to dodge that? Like, simply? If count equals 0, count minus 1. Yeah, but it's like that. That was my thought too, right? Like here, I think only when rotating left. But that seems like fucking stupid, right? Like this is like a really like crazy way to. Oh, also, what the fuck? Oh, not count. Sorry, pass. Right. So now I think this is behaving correctly. But I don't like this. It feels like there's like an elegant solution to this that we're not doing. You know what I mean? Like, there's just so many conditions in here that seem wrong, right? So I almost feel like we want like a state machine in some way. No, right? Like, it's this. There we go. I think that kind of behaves the same now. 6, yeah. So this guy, that less than or equals 0 goes away. Butte. Two-step got there. He agrees. Can we run this on like the full fucking shebang? Is this right? 5929. Not right. Interesting. So I guess what we do is, because we're too stupid, we are gonna have to figure out some degenerate cases here. So we know, can we just change in the sample here? Can we change something to like 360? Like, does that kind of behave the way I want it to? Hello? Oh, here. So here we go from 95 to 55, 360. That's 4, which I believe is right. Okay, what if we do... L355 here. That also seems right. So we pass 3 once and then we add on 1 at the end. Interesting. Then what is wrong? What is wrong? Oopsies. Wow, I'm glad we tried it, because I thought it was going to be too fucking easy. I thought it was going to be too fucking easy, but now we're obviously fucking stupid, dumb fucking idiots. What am I? It's... Okay. Can we... What we should do... Okay, before we get crazy, we can do the stupid thing, right? Let's do the stupid thing. If do stupid while count is less than 0, count plus equals 100, pass plus equals 1, right? And then else we do this. If do stupid here on the right side, it's while count is greater than or equal to 100, count minus equals 100, pass equals 1. Do stupid is true. Okay. Am I stupid? I guess we do have to do the actual increment. Okay. So then we do stupid on the actual thing. 5828. Okay. What? What? Why? Am I missing the constraints? Any click causes the dial to point at 0. Oh, we need to get we're it's not as simple as this rule here. It's like if we change directions. Because if we land on 0 and then go back, that counts. But if we pass 0, if we land on 0 and then keep going, that's the same as well. No, those are the same. Those are the same. Greater than or equal to 100? Isn't that fine? Isn't the thing up to 99? Isn't the dial 0 to 99? Maybe I misunderstood? 0 through 99? Yeah. So while count, so if I'm moving to the right, I end maybe at 100. 100 is 0. So this triggers that. That's fine. If count is less than 0, I add 100 and pass equal to 1. And then if count is equal to 0, maybe we need an extra pass here. That's way wrong, right? I think he said that this is wrong. I think it, like... Oh. I have to wait 5 minutes before trying again. Fuck. I'm a stupid, dumb fucking idiot. Wow, even with the stupid solution, we're still getting it wrong. That's really surprising. So, while count less than 0. Oh, wait. We're all... Oh my god, we're idiots. We are not healing the count. Oopies. Yeah, oops. This fucking mod just needs to end up in the right spot. No. Wait, hold on. This should be right here. While count is less than 0, we add 100. While count is greater than or equal to 100, we minus 100. Never mind. That's correct. I mean, this is clearly wrong here, right? This is supposed to be 6. So we can compare here. 50 goes to 82, passed once. 52 does not pass. 0 hits. 95 should not pass. Should not pass. Oh, it's this edge condition again. I need to draw something. I feel like I definitely am double counting, but I just don't understand why. Is it the same no matter what? So when I'm going to the left, I hit 0 and I come back. That's 1. If I go left and I keep going, that's also 1. Great. So you know what? I think it's like this. So I think it's okay when I hit 0 going to the left to increment the count to 100. If there are no R's, like if there's never a 0 in the list, then this is okay. Because what I'm missing here is that I'm double counting when I go stop at 0 and then I move left again. Boom, I count it, then I go left and I count it again. That's bad. So what I need to do is I need to immediately go to the 100 spot so that when I go left there that time I end up below, like, you know, in the correct range and it's okay. Amount not equals 0, so true. I don't know if 0 is allowed. If 0 is allowed, this doesn't work. Okay. So does this work on the sample? 8 still? No, wait, what the fuck? Oh, because this still has the same problem? Because when I go, now it's the same problem but the other way. When I hit go left and then I bounce right again, then we're double counting. It does feel like it's important to keep track of the state of which way we went. But why do I think that? Like, surely... I guess, yeah, because whether or not you're counting, does it have to depend on the direction you moved previously? Or you just define that you count it when you leave or when you enter? They just have to be consistent, right? So if I count when I leave it, it means we don't count 0 on either side. Dude, this hurts my head so fucking much. Okay, so going left to right. This is 99 to 100. I land on 100. Part 1 was level trigger, part 2 is edge trigger. Is that true? It depends. Let's think. Yeah, but for yeah. Thinking. I'm not sure. So you come from here to here, you hit 100. You increment. Then you keep going. Now you're at like, you do not increment, right? Right? Yeah, so if you land on it, you just never count the next one. Ah, yeah, that's probably the confusion here. It's like here, if count is equal to 0, we assume here that, and then we just need to make sure that everybody's counting on 0 as well. I think. So here we count on 0. But then we end up at 100, which feels wrong. We should always keep count in the valid range, I think. Maybe this is only on one side? That seems stupid too. Okay, we need to, I really just have to draw out every case, fuck. Okay, so we're coming left. We hit 0. We count it. We should count it if we hit 0. Okay, doop, check. Then, if count was already 0, and we're going to the left, then we have already counted this. We know this. Okay. Now, if we come from the right, we hit 0, we get to 100, we set the count to 0 and we count it. Then we go left, and we're already at 0, so we pass minus equals 1. That feels right. This feels fucking stupid, dumb stupid, but I think it might be right. At least on the sample is working correctly. And then we could try it on the main as well and see if it looks like approximately the right answer. I think it was supposed to be somewhere between... I feel like we've got 5929 before. I think we got that already, but we can try it. Not the right answer. Yeah. So... I guess we just have to start fucking iterating through. Is this really the right way to do this? Is to, like, look at the fucking output? Okay, right, left. Left passes. Left does not pass. Right does not pass. Right passes. Left. This is there's no way that this is how I should be doing this. Left does not pass. Right does not pass. This is stupid. We're never gonna get anywhere fucking going line by line. What am I missing? What the fuck? So... Do you want to start writing down the answers you know it's on? I should do that, yeah. But instead, we'll just be stupid. Okay. So it's probably something around zero handling. So let's just check all four cases. There's left, there's left, right, there's right, and there's right, left. Right? So on left, we end up at 0. We count it. Then we uncount it, go less than 0, and count it again. So that should be good. So here, we go left, right. So we end up at 0, we count it, then we go right, and count is going to be like 5 or something, and we don't count it. Cool. What about right? So right, we go right, we end up at 100, we count it, we set it to 0, and then we keep going. Perfect. What about right left? We get to 100, we count it, then we leave, and we subtract by 1 and then add it back. I actually don't understand why this doesn't work. Because I think we've got 5929. What if every single command was an R? I think that would be fine. Right, because... Yeah, I don't see why that would be a problem. That's a suggestion on how to write the code. Oh, yeah, maybe. So you reinterpret the left as a right? Why? I don't really think that makes sense to me, but it could. I don't even... What I guess what I'm struggling to understand is there even a case where what I'm doing could be wrong? Like, I've edge checked... I guess we just have to write tests, right? We just have to write tests? Because, like, I feel like I've covered everything, but I must not have. So, can we do something like... I guess this becomes... we want to be able to, like, test a sequence, right? So we want to rewrite this thing as, like, an iterator. Or some sort of, like, block counter. And then in here, we want to be able to step with a like direction and an amount. Here we have pass as a U16, count as an I16. Then we kind of take this stuff and put it in step. Bing, bang, boom. We throw a few selfs around here. Bing, bang, boom. Rip de bus, yeah. So true. Rip de bus for sure. Let's just comment this out for now. So I don't have to fix it. And then here we do var counter is a lock counter with pass is 0, count is 50. This is initial state. For each of these guys, we go counter step with dir and amount. Cool. And then like this, like this, like this. Okay. All right. U15, sorry, here. Okay, now we can start running some tests. Double left. So here we are at 50. We want to go like counter step left by 50 and then left by 20. This should be pass 1. All right. Double left, double right. So this is just the same. We have left, right. And right, left. God, I hate being stupid, man. Ooh. True about that self-pass minus equals 1. Let's just throw this as an I16 for now. Okay, there we go. Left, right is wrong. Why? Why is left, right wrong? That is probably the bug. Did the initial state change in part 2? Surely not. Seems fine. I mean, this left, right is clearly wrong, but why? So we go left. We go left by 50. We go, hey, count equals 0, so pass plus equals 1, so we're at pass 1 now. Then we go count plus equals 20. Okay. And then no, what the fuck? Found 0. Oh my god. I'm an idiot. I had this in the wrong fucking spot. I had this check after the fucking movement. After the fucking movement. I'm a stupid fucking dumb fucking idiot. All right, there we go. Is this more? 5831. I don't think we've seen that number yet. Yeah, there we go. God damn it. Okay, now that we have the right answer, I don't like this. Right? It seems pretty clearly wrong. So I guess what we should do now is now we can kind of do the optimized version where we just every time we do stupid and we do not stupid. Right? Um and so what we do is we just do both. And then oh, right, test with the real data. Yeah, I guess right now what's actually better, I agree, is we just export the pass count at every line and then we can easily check where we diverge. Yeah, I like that. So can we do something? Uh, day one. Count pass. Info or something. And in here, it's just like every time we just fucking F2 write all or print into writer. Fine, we'll fucking make a fucking writer. Okay. So here we're just like every time we do this, we go writer buff writer interface print, and here we're looking for I guess just the two numbers. So this is counter pass counter count, and then here we do writer interface flush. File not found. Fine, I'll create the file instead of opening it, bitch. Write failed. What the fuck are we talking about? F2. There we go. Okay, so now what we can do is we can try something else and we can check. So can we do like if we have like checker is stood IO reader, and we'll do like if debugging. There we go. And then we do like if debug check state. So here we're like read take delimiter exclusive. If const actual is stood format buff print into, you know, we have exclusive, so no new line, and then we have pass self count or something, and var buff is this, and then we're doing like stood mem equal expected actual. Copy the info before you overwrite it. So true. I mean, what we can do instead is we can just fully just like not do this. But you are right. Sketchy. Okay. If this is not equal, unreachable, and then we'll say stood debug print failed at line this, I guess. Line. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Something like this. Missing field debug, huh? Check file is this. Check buff is one of these. Var, and then we do like var check reader is this. Check file reader check buff. Okay, reader is check reader and line is 0. Okay. Okay, well, then let's just make sure that if we fuck this up, we get what we want. Oh my god. Is that better? Okay. Cool. So now if we go into day 1 info, and we go to line like this, and we say 38 here instead, that's not good. Okay, let's just double check here that, do I have this backwards? If we are not doing debug, we return. Okay. Expected needs to write try here. Okay. Maybe just catch unreachable. Actual catch unreachable. Okay. Failed at line this. Oops. If this should only happen if we fail, if you think about it. Why would you rewrite from file? Why not just do methods each step so that I can change the code as I want without worrying about keeping the old one? Because it would be easy for me to accidentally fuck up the old code and not notice, was what I was thinking. So this makes it so that that's less likely to happen. Okay, cool. Cool, so now we have some sort of reasonable thing to do here, and we can go back to the old way. So, why was my old method incorrect? Okay. Oh my god, our tests don't pass anymore. If built-in is test, I guess it's just built-in is test. Okay. We still need to fucking set these, but now this is just void in all of these. Okay, well now what's going on here? Expected I16 found U16 over here somewhere. Why? Shouldn't this all be I16? Self-count is I16, self-pass is I16. I guess amount is a U15, but that seems fine. Dude, in what world is any of this U16? Am I stupid? Is it because abs changes the type? Weird. Okay. So in our like while example, okay, So here we're saying the sequence was, I should have commented out instead of deleting. Fuck. Let's just hit undo a bunch of times and then copy paste and then comment. That's smarter. Okay, so the behavior we want here. If count is 0, we decrement by 1 to handle some edge case, which maybe we keep in here for now. Then we do our truncating div here. And then if count equals 0, we add again. I think this is the same, I think. No, double left is still failing. Why? So double left, we're getting 0. If count is less than 0, we do 1 plus div trunc. We do have to do this. That wasn't done here. Okay, so that's good. Does this run correctly? Failed at line 106. Interesting. Interesting. So what the fuck is going on here? Can we look at failed at line this? Expected. Actual. So this is expected and actual. What the fuck is going on here? Expected 49.0, actual 44.0. So this was a write. Whoa, what? I don't know where this is supposed to happen, but it looks like if we're doing a write of 525. Very confusing. Because I would think that the right side should still be working the way it used to. Right? Why wouldn't it? Because, like, we didn't change the right side at all. Your passes somehow to go from 45 to 44. Oh, yeah, so true. Yeah, that's confusing. I guess we need it, like, I think that we write a test case for this to make sure that we... Is this the first time we have a big write? Yeah, it is. New count this. Like, surely this is fine, right? Okay. New count 525, so that makes sense. In what world do we go from pass 40 count 0 plus 525 to pass 49? Dude, what in the fuck? Hold on. Okay, can we look at... So this is... What line is this at? This is line 106. Well, I forgot already? 106. So we go from 40. Okay. So this is day 1 input. So we're at 106. So, oh, we're logging the wrong thing. It's the left 325 that's failing here. It must be, right? Because yeah. The line numbers are off by 1, I think. This would make more sense. Yeah. So it's the left 325. Which makes way more sense. And so how much are we off by? Expected 49, got 44. Oh. It's because we took this abs off like fucking idiots. Which changes the fucking type for some reason? That's what's confusing. Like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this, dude? Like, hello? There's something off here as well, where this +1 needs to only happen. So this is, if we are less than 0, we're doing a truncating div of count by 100, right? So if we're at like -5, this should be 1. Okay. Wait, so why is this wrong? We're missing something here. If new count this, or like, I guess like, yeah, new count is this, change is this. What am I missing? Is that not right? Oh. This check goes before the mod, probably. Maybe? Yeah, interesting. Interesting. Join late? Did you get Nerd7 doing admin code? Yeah, exactly what happened. I was like, it's gonna be so easy. I was like, I glanced at it, it looked way too fucking easy, so we could just speed run it. And now we're like an hour in, and we're still fucking doing it. It's harder than I thought. Okay. This is all wrong. This should be... Like, I can just... I feel in my fucking bones that this is stupid. You know? I just can't feel why. Like, there's just too many steps. There's too many steps. There's too many fucking steps. I want the elegant answer. So why are we doing this? We are saying if we're at 0 and we're going left, we already counted this. Right? That's what's happening here. Okay. So we have kind of encoded the idea that leaving 0 does not count landing on 0 does count. That's what we're trying to encode in here. And I feel like there's some way to represent this information such that you don't have to remember this. That's like what I'm missing. And maybe if it's like you store one other number somewhere, or maybe yeah. Because it's like the idea here is that we're looking at a movement, a single movement. And a single movement is not necessarily enough to understand what you need, is it? I feel like it is. Yeah, it's... Leaving 0 does not count. Landing on 0 does count. Okay. Easy. So then why is there so much fucking accounting here? This is the same as this, right? Here we're doing less than 0. This can be less than or equal to 0, and then this goes away. I think that is the same. Okay, that's some of the bullshit. And then maybe this is okay? I mean, this fucking shit show's a disaster. Then the only odd thing is this check here. But that's not the end of the world. I started at the same time, I just got the right answer. Look at me, I'm great, bits. Thank you for the bits. Much appreciated. I hope that you weren't listening to me and having it change your answers in some way. Right is easy, right? Right is literally just like self count plus equals amount, which we're already doing. And then this goes away. And this becomes something like this. Do stupid's unused now, so true. No self count use, so true. Oh, and it is, we don't need count u anymore, because we can just use our I16. Everything's an I16 now. Div trunk probably is what we expected here. Yeah, okay, so I think the idea here is maybe not that crazy, right? Right is easy. Right is exactly what you would expect. And so I guess the question is can we make left also look like we expect? I think that's the problem here, is that this like shuffling around 0 is like fucking stupid. You know what I mean? Like this is the elegant solution I was looking for. And it's just that doesn't work going left. And I wonder if you just like solve that by just like subtracting 100 or something first. You know what I mean? Right, because that kind of makes it so that this all goes away. And this plus 1 goes away. Right, I think that kind of fixes some of that. Does that still work? Yeah, okay. So that gets rid of one of the ifs. And then the only weird thing is this. I mean, it's also like this fucking like intcast bullshit, but can you do abs without fucking changing the type? Like, what the fuck is going on there? I don't like this. I don't like this. Why is that happening? Zig lang ref. What am I looking for? Abs. Returns the absolute value of an integer or floating point number. Use a dedicated hardware instruction when available. Return is always an unsigned integer of the same bit width of the operand. If the operand is an integer, unsigned integer operand are supported. The built-in cannot overflow for signed integer operands. I guess fuck it. This is so stupid. This is so fucking stupid. Yeah, is there a way to dodge this? You don't need the incast there, right? I think I do, because it's a U16 initially. Yeah. So you need to get it, because abs, like, so in my opinion, is there a reason why, like, integer, is negative int max bigger than, like, is, like, int min, is this greater than int max? You know what I mean? Because if so, that explains the bit width thing. And I think, yeah, you're saying yes, because, like, 2's complement bullshit. So that's why, right? Negative 265 to 256. You flipped a number. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, so that's why, right? Is because the bit width of the absolute has to be a U16 still. But we know it won't be. So that's kind of why this is happening, which is annoying. Which is annoying, but, like, it is what it is. Okay, so back to my original question. This minus 100 fixed some of the ifs here. That's dumb, but I'm glad it does it. Yeah, it's kind of like you're mad at 2's complement, not mad at Zig, right? The question is can this go away? If we encode the problem differently. Because I don't like this. I don't like it. Why? Okay, I need to remind myself why we're doing this. It is because if we were at 0, we already counted it. And so we're going to end up past 0. And so we're going, like, we already counted this one, don't count it till the next 100. So you could encode this as, like, a multiply here if you really wanted to, right? You could do this times, like, you know, you could do something like this, like, but I think that's worse. I don't think there's any reason to do that. Maybe it's fine. It just feels inelegant. It also feels like is it this? You subtract 99 extra and then subtract another 1 somewhere else? That might do it, right? Maybe this is what I'm looking for. Like something like this. Nope. But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let me think about it. Let me think about it. So we have. Okay, so if we did 99 here, it means. No, it doesn't. Yeah. Maybe we just leave it. I'm willing to hear somebody tell me that there's a better answer here. I just can't find it. Is it on Reddit? Advent of Code 2025. Or maybe Hacker News? I'm down to look at answers. Advent of Code, Reddit. Day one. That's pretty funny. Is there like day one solutions? I want like. I want to see somebody. These are also. These guys are tracking direction. What the fuck? Involved lots of messiness handling the negative remainder. It usually indicated there was an extra passing of 0, but there were 2 edge cases to handle. First one, you could 0 by getting less than full rotation. It wouldn't show up in the division. Yeah. Same problem. For right turns and negative for left turns. What the fuck am I looking at? Is everyone doing the same thing? This guy is just doing... What the fuck? If you reflect the dial, left rotations become right rotations. This means there's no weird edge cases in part 2 and no nested loops. Wait. This is kind of the trick I was looking for. Why is that true? That's what I said a long time ago. What the fuck? Yeah, I just didn't understand it. And even though you said it and I'm reading it here, I still don't understand it. What does it mean? What? Why? Is that... Oh my god, Grey Header was right. He'll never shut up now. Yeah. I don't understand. So here he's saying if we're going left, delta is -1. But why? I mean, that's... Am I fucking stupid? Am I stupid? Like, a left of 99 is not the same as a -1 right of 99. He's doing 100? What the fuck? So, P2 is his part 2 pass check. So P2 is the interesting thing here. On a mod scale, it's the exact same thing. Let me think. So you're saying I'm at 99. And I go left by 1. 98. Which is the same as a right turn, but like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, a -1 here brings us to 100. So that's obviously not what we're fucking talking about. Oh, we're talking about a left turn of 1 is the same as a right turn of -1. And because of that, because a right turn of -1 won't have this fucked up negative handling. Am I understanding it now? It might be, right? Yes. Okay. So if left, we turn amount here into an I16. If left, we say amount I guess we'll say like this is like in amount or something. Amount is in amount. And then here, if we're going left, it's like amount is equal to negative in amount. Continue R. How do you do this? No. This is not doing what I expected to do. So let me think about this a little bit more instead of just blindly writing stuff. Okay, so if I am at 4 and I go right by -5, that brings me to 99. Or in this case, -1. Which means that we need to increase by 100 to get back here. So if you just sum up every single movement, you can divide at the end. Wait, is that what you guys are saying? I'm missing something still. Because like if you are at 4 and I go left, then right, then left, then right, like if I just go like left 5, right 5, left 5, right 5, like how would I sum this up in a way that represents the crosses? You know what I mean? I guess this would have to be like a left movement of 5 here would have to be a right movement of like 180 something? 185. Is that the equivalent here? Because that triggers a cross of 0 in the same way? Is that the fucking trick? And so you just keep adding up forever and ever and ever and then divide at the end is what you're kind of saying. Because we're just trying to represent a left movement as a right movement that would trigger the same amount of 0 crosses. I guess. So, but then like, how the fuck are you getting this number? And that's not what they're doing here. Here they're doing 100 plus delta times pause. So delta 100 plus delta times pause. Whoa. Oh, so this is either -50. Oh. Oh, that is fucking clever. So he's saying, so if I'm going to the left, I represent my current position as -50 and look for a cross to +50. 100 plus -50. Now say I'm at like 30. This becomes 70. So that's what you guys are talking about. You're saying reflect the fucking dial. That's what you're saying. We're talking about reflect the dial. You're representing your position as the absolute distance from the dial set from and somehow keeping track of if that distance is from left or right, probably. Yes. You're always trying to keep the current position as the distance to the right or something. Then to reflect it, you have to convert that to a distance from the left. So you invert something somewhere. And then you move it. Yeah. And then you convert back if you have to. Is this converting back ever? Yes, because of this delta here as well. Oh, that's fucking clever. Mod is distance from 0. Yeah, but not like, is it absolute distance? Maybe it is. I think in Zig, mod is not distance from 0. I think rem is distance from 0 and mod isn't. Right? Because I think when we did our little test at the beginning, if you do like if true std debug print like mod of negative 10 of 100, I think this returned 90, right? Right? So this is not like absolute distance from 0. This is kind of like rightward distance, right? Versus like if you did like abs rem, this is absolute distance from 0 now. But I think I'm starting to understand. Okay, can we represent it that way? Because I do like that idea. So if I am moving left, I convert amount to I'm not sure yet. Okay, so the trick here is this part is the part I don't understand yet. So if I'm at like 30, oh sure, this is just -1 times ticks. Great. So this turns into, well, is Python is it the same? -10%, 100, 90. Yeah, it's the same. So here, if he's at 30 and he moved 40 to the left, he ends up at 90. Great. So that's just what we're doing here. Okay. Then this is the only trick here, is that he's checking if we pass 0 by doing 100 plus delta pause mod 100. Right. So this is how he's figuring out. He's basically turning the, if we're at 70, this turns it to 30. Right? Is that correct? 100. So we're at 70. Then delta's -1, which turns into 100 minus 70 equals 30. Right. So that's what this is doing. This is reflecting dial. Then he just a pass. Right. Got it. So we want like reflect. Like this. And we return 100 minus count mod 100. So this is if count is 30, this is turns 100 minus 30 is 70. If count is do we even need to do the mod here? Right, because here we can assume count is in the range 0 to 100, no? Oh, no, because this is after the dial turn. This is after the dial turn? No, this is before the dial turn. So count is greater than or equal to 0, and count is less than 100. Okay. So then we do, here on left, we reflect the dial. And then we say amount is equal to, it's just minus negative. No, the amount stays the same, which is interesting. Right, so I'm going, let me think about this again. So if I'm at 70 and I'm moving left by 40. No, left by 10, we'll say. I'm at 70, we move left by 10. We want to end up at 60. So we reflect the dial, which puts us at 30. Don't we need to end up moving right by 30 now to get to the same point? They're not using the reflected position here. They're not using the reflected position for tracking, only for counting passes of 0. Aha, okay. So it's kind of more like this. Yes. I'm starting to understand. Right, so then here we go like this. Amount is equal to negative in amount. And is that correct? Right, so now here we don't use self count is equal to count plus amount now. Note, we are not using self count here as input. Okay, so if this is correct, we start at 70. We reflect to 30. And we are moving. Oh, let's do it the other way. We start at 30. And we are moving left by 40, let's say, right? So this becomes 70. Uh, 30 left by 40 should bring us to 90. 30 left by 40 brings us to 90. With a flip over 0. So we reflect this to bring us to 70. And then I think we don't invert count. I think this inversion is wrong. Yeah. So we actually want to use the original amount, right? Because now this brings us to 10, which we need to flip again. But we don't actually need to flip this because this is just for pass. Yes. Right, so it's something like this. Okay. Oh, here we go. Wait, I think we're getting somewhere. Yes, okay. Then we forgot to handle the amount change. Reflected count is reflect self count plus in amount. There we go. Okay. Then we do like count handling is the same in both directions now. Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. We're so close. We are so close. I guess this comes here. Right? It's like this, I think. So when we're going left, we still do want to subtract, right? It's just that for pass checking, we reflect. So we modify our count in both paths, and then we do a mod at the end, and then the pass is just based off the reflection in left and not in right. Does that seem right? Fuck! We got it wrong. I was sure I understood. I was sure I got it. I was so sure. What am I missing now? What am I missing now? Failed at line 60. What was the other thing? Day 1 input. So we're doing like a left 30 from 0. So here we went left. Well, we can do a sig build test, I guess. We can do a test. Double left is failing now, which I think makes sense. Which is why they had 100 plus in here somewhere. Yeah. No? They had this bullshit where they did 100 plus. Or 100 minus this mod 100. Did I miss something here? Does that change things? I feel like it shouldn't, but I might have... Yeah, that does change it. So this is the 0 handling case. What did I miss? It's if count is 0. This is if count is 0, there's an edge case here that we missed. So by doing this, it makes us if count is 0, we still end up with 0. Okay. I mean, that's elegant. Dude, I never come up with this. I never fucking come up with this. I know that Greyhatter said flip the dial before, but I think the trick here is that we're not actually flipping the dial. We're only flipping the dial for pass checking. And that's very clever. Very clever. So I think where we got naturally, it wasn't that bad, right? I think this is where we ended up, where we just had to do, like, we ended up having to do this, like, 0 check, essentially, right? And if you want to get smart enough to not do this, it's this. Cool. Cool. Well, I'm glad that you guys nerd snipe me. I'm glad that you guys nerd snipe me. Because I thought when I glanced at the problem, I was like, too fucking easy. But then clearly it's not. I'm gonna try this with unsigned and wrapping ad sub now. Yeah, there probably is something here where we could optimize this probably now. So now the trick would be trying to get this to execute fast, which I think we're probably fairly close to, but there's probably some sort of like integer shenanigans you can do. So yeah, cool. I guess we call it there. We were going to do debug stuff today, but we just didn't. Probably I'll end up posting the Advent of Code stuff on the main channel, so I guess anybody who's watching this is probably on the main YouTube. So we did some other stuff today. If you want to check that out, Patreon, YouTube members, Twitch VODs, if you pay in the appropriate place, you get access to the stuff that is not titleable, thumbnailable, algorithm friendly, but still worth doing. Yeah. It helps support the stream, helps it continue, because, you know, one day I'll have to get a job when I run out of money, and so any income is great. Look at me, I'm on YouTube. That's a good point. The people watching on Twitch aren't on YouTube, so, but anyways, that's all the plugging. Thanks for watching, guys. This was fun. YouTube, peace out, and Twitch was fun. Someone to raid.